In this video, I will be sharing a full in-depth tutorial of how I made these beautiful, whimsical wedding menu cards using a Cricut machine and an at-home printer. And trust me, it's easier than you think. So we're going to start off by making any changes to the template, which will be linked with this video. And then once your template is ready to go, we're going to export it as an SVG file. And very importantly, you're going to have to click the box for it to have a transparent background. Once we've exported the menu template as an SVG file, we're going to open a new project on the Cricut design space, and we're going to upload our menu SVG file into the canvas that we're working in. Once we've uploaded our menu template onto our canvas, you'll need to select the group and make sure that the operation is set to print then cut. Not the basic cut, but the print and cut. Then we're going to select the graphic again and click the attach button represented by the paperclip icon. And then we're going to flatten the graphic, which will ensure that Cricut will treat it as one whole element rather than individual icons. We will now upload the background PNG file, which, as you can see, it's a gray flat graphic that outlines the shape of the menu border that we have. The reason why we have this background graphic is in order to be able to then create an offset in Cricut Design Space, which is the thing that tells Cricut the border of the menu template that we just created. And that's the shape that Cricut will ultimately cut out. So here, as you can see, I'm adjusting this background PNG file to match the size of the menu graphic. So that takes a little bit of time, and I'm making sure that it aligns perfectly. So now that we have the background fitting to the size of the template, we'll click into offset. I normally like to set an offset of 0.6 centimeters for this template. As you can see on the side here, that shows the thickness of the border that we're going to cut. Once we have the offset created, we can then remove the background or make it invisible by clicking on the eye icon. Then I make sure to set the offset color to white. That will make it invisible when you print it. Here you can see I'm changing the background color of the canvas to gray just so that you can see the full file together. And then you will attach both the offset graphic and your menu template and flatten it again. Now our graphic is looking beautiful and it's ready to go, so click on the Make button. We will now print all of our menu cards on our A4 sheets of cardstock paper. Here's the preview. I'm happy with the size. If you're not happy, you can go back and adjust it. So I'm going to click Send to Printer, and then before we move on, I need you to click on Use System Dialog. This will then allow you to change your printer settings to make sure that it's of a higher quality than what the printer is set at kind of by standard, by default. So I actually save the PDF first, make sure that it's in an A4 format. The reason why I say that is because when you go to the printer settings now, you can print multiple copies at once, whereas the default printer settings that are attached to Cricut Design Space for some reason don't let you print multiple copies at once. So I'm printing 70. Then we'll head over to printer options, click on color matching, and there I recommend you click color sync. It just gives better colors. And then here in print settings, I move it down to quality, which makes it a much higher quality print than what the default is. Double check that it's an A4 again, and then once it's printed, we're ready to go, and we can attach it to the Cricut cutting mat, which I'm doing here. So we'll load in our Cricut cutting mat, and the first thing that the Cricut will do in a print then cut operation is it will calibrate itself to the paper placement that you have by essentially looking at where those black corner marks are. This allows the Cricut to cut a really precise cut and at the precise location you want it to, which makes an absolutely beautiful wedding menu card. I'm obsessed. If you have any questions, let me know.